So the look we're gonna do for Megan today is more of a bronzy, smoky eye. I'm gonna keep everything else pretty natural and light so that her eyes stand out. This is Bobbi Brown Hydrating Face Cream. It's great for just an everyday moisturizer that's not too heavy. So I'm going to layer a balm on top of her moisturizer. So a balm, this is Bobbi Brown's moisturizing balm. It's more thick and kind of tacky or sticky, and sometimes people will think you just take this directly to the face. With a balm, you want to warm it up in your fingers first until the moisturizer or the balm looks like it disappears, and then press it onto the skin. I'm going to start her under eye cream. I'm going to use the MAC Fast Eye Response. I love this eye cream because it has a little bit of caffeine to it, so that will plump and smooth the eye out. And just a little bit of this right underneath the eye. I'm not putting any eye cream on top of her lid because that will make your eye shadow or your eye makeup crease. This is the 24-hour extended eye base from MAC. It's clear, so you can use this on everyone. Close. I'm just gonna use my finger. I like to keep makeup as simple and as easy as possible. Okay, so for makeup, now that her skin is nice and hydrated, it's nice and smooth, you can see we're already building that nice glow to her skin. I'm gonna start with under eye concealer. I'm gonna use a Bobbi Brown corrector. This is Light Bisque. It's a pink base to counteract any purple or blues of the darkness underneath of her eye. I want to get this skin tone even from the darkness before I put a concealer on. I'm using the cream blending brush from Bobbi Brown also, and I really fill up the brush before I put the makeup on. And it looks like it's a lot of makeup right now, but I'm going to use the brush to work the product under the eye. And I'm going to go all the way under the lash line and all the way into the corner of the eye. Getting into the corner of the eye gives that nice bright eye effect. I'm gonna take the pad of my finger and just very gently warm and press the makeup into the skin. I'm using the same brush, I just kind of wipe it off, and now I'm gonna go to her concealer color, which is a skin tone correct color. I'm using beige from Bobbi Brown. Look up for me. And using the brush again to gently apply the concealer on top. I'm going to use a foundation stick. This is the Bobbi Brown Beige Foundation Stick. I love this because you can use it so many different ways. I'm going to start with her nose and in the center of her face just to even that skin tone out. Got a little bit of redness right here for her cheek as well. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of foundation there. So now we're gonna go for powder. I'm just using the eye blender brush. It's just like a little mini powder brush. And I'm gonna use Bobbi Brown's pale yellow powder and just lightly dust the under and just kind of dust it through her T-zone and where I put that foundation. But it doesn't have to go all over. For bronzer, I'm also using Bobbi Brown. This is Stone Street. It's just a matte bronzer. There's no shimmer to it. And I'm also keeping in mind this color that I see in her chest. So that's how I'm choosing a bronzer color, is I just want to bring this color here up to her face. I also notice she carries a little bit less color right here under her neck, so I'll probably put a little bronzer there too. The bronzer brush from Bobbi is a flat brush. There's no bevel to it, which is great for blending. And I'm going to use the mirror of the bronzer and just kind of press the bronzer into the brush. And I'm actually going to start here under her neck, just because that's where I see I need the most coverage right now. So I'm also kind of going on the outside of her face because she carried more pigment through the center, we evened that out, but now I want to bring this to the outside as well so everything matches. I'm going to take the bronzer and kind of like push it into her hairline, just so it's blended and looks natural. This is one of my favorite all-time blushes, pale pink. I'm not going to go super crazy on the blush, I just want to bring a little bit of color. I'm going to start right there on the apple of the cheek. My hand is really light. It's just a light stroke. This is beige from Bobbi Brown. It's one of my favorite like nude lipsticks. A little bit of gloss. So this is Bobbi Brown's Nude Gloss. Just a nude gloss. A gloss is great because it smooths the lip out and will give an appearance of just a fuller lip. I love cement for brows. Stay away from warmth or red tones in an eyebrow. You want it to be more cool because you also have to think this color is sitting on the skin and we're also seeing that warmth from the skin. She has a fuller brow, so here's a trick that I love for brows. It's just to take a spoolie with some hairspray. And I'm just gonna comb that brow up. This is gonna keep it in place. This smoky eye with these two colors. I have more of a bronzy, darker color, and then I have a flat or matte shadow that I can use to blend. So I'm gonna start with this darker color. Start right in the center of the eyelid. And I'm taking the brush and now coming down. So I'm always coming back to the center of the eye. And this is just a really pretty bronzy color. It's got a little bit of gold reflection to it. It's gonna be really pretty with her eye color. I'm gonna go back, fill up a little bit more of the shadow on the brush. I'm gonna use Toast. It's just a great blending eyeshadow. Now what I'm gonna do, you can see this needs to be blended here. So I'm gonna start right on the edge of that shadow and blend. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the same dark brown bronzy eyeshadow with that same flat brush, and I'm gonna trace it right along her lash line. One of my favorite eyeliners to use is the Bobbi Brown Gel Eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Ultra Fine Eyeliner brush, fill the brush up with the product, and I kind of will work off the back of my hand and just press the eyeliner into the brush. This creates a nice flat surface for me to work with. Press the eyeliner underneath her lashes first. We don't want to have any space or gaps between the eyeliner and her lashes. And now I'm using the side of the brush. I'm going to start in the middle of the eye and I'm just going to press it right into her lash line. I'm not drawing a line, not pulling the eyelid. I'm just kind of pressing and connecting those lines or those dots. Look down towards me. And I'm making sure to go all the way to the inner corner of the lash line. I'm just gonna draw kind of like a little check or a little line. And that's kind of like my base or guide of where to end my liner, and then I'm gonna go and fill it in. And while the liner's still kind of wet, I'm just gonna go in right on the liner line and just kind of smudge it out a little bit. So the key with mascara is to get right in the base of the lash line. I'm almost gonna take the brush and press it against her skin or against that waterline, kind of zigzag a little bit back and forth, and then I'm gonna curl the brush up. I'm just gonna use whatever's left on the brush just to kind of like press this in. I just want like a little bit of mascara on the bottom. I don't want a ton of it. So just like a very simple, pretty, easy, kind of like bronzy, smokier eye to do, we only use 2 eyeshadows and a gel liner, black mascara. Keep it simple and easy.